Welcome to AG Chelsea TV. In today's video, I'll take a look at the latest Chelsea FC news. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss my latest videos. West Ham make contact with Chelsea to sign £10 million man. West Ham have now made contact with Chelsea over a deal to sign Callum Hudson-Odoi this summer. That is according to Ben Jacobs. According to Give Me Sport, Mauricio Pochettino is ready to sell the winger this summer. The Evening Standard have added that Todd Boehly is willing to cash in on the Chelsea Academy graduate. A story from the Daily Mail states that Chelsea only want £10 million for Hudson-Odoi, with Nottingham Forest also interested in his services. Now, West Ham have made a move for the England international as the East Londoners look to reinvest the money from Declan Rice's expected move to Arsenal. Jacobs explains how West Ham have inquired about Hudson-Odoi as the Hammers look to get involved in what appears to be a fire sale at Stamford Bridge, with the likes of Mateo Kovacic and Kalidou Koulibaly already gone. Kai Havertz and many others are also expected to officially depart soon. Hudson-Odoi, who Conor Gallagher called an incredible talent, endured a difficult 2022-23 campaign on loan at Bayer Leverkusen, scoring just one goal in 21 appearances. Chelsea reject Turkish approach for Barcelona target. According to the most recent update by Sport concerning a particular interest for Barcelona, Chelsea forward Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has recently garnered the interest of the likes of various Saudi Arabian sides and Turkish outfit Galatasaray. However, a recent approach by the Turkish outfit to take the striker away on a free has been rejected by Chelsea. The Premier League side, who Aubameyang currently remains contracted to until 2024, believes that the ideal scenario for them would be to earn at least some amount of revenue should the Gabonese striker be transferred, a scenario that Barcelona on the other hand do not contemplate. Struggling with financial fair play and ongoing contractual contentions, Barcelona look towards registering their current players and bringing in players in positions that require urgent attention. Despite the player's solid season with La Blaugrana while he was present with Barcelona, they believe his age and other factors contribute towards making him an option only worth considering if they can bring him in as a free transfer, and one that would ideally not cause too many issues with financial fair play when it comes to his registration. AC Milan want another Chelsea star after agreeing Loftus-Cheek deal. As I reported yesterday, Ruben Loftus-Cheek has joined AC Milan to add to the Chelsea exodus. A transfer worth £18.5 million has been agreed for the England international, who leaves Chelsea on a permanent basis for the first time, having joined the club at the age of 8. The 27-year-old has had loan spells at Crystal Palace and Fulham and finishes his Chelsea career with 155 appearances across all competitions, scoring 13 goals. AC Milan are lining up a move for another Chelsea star as they want to bring in Christian Pulisic after agreeing a deal to sign Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano reports that the two deals are entirely separate, although negotiations are ongoing as AC Milan do not want to meet Chelsea's asking price. The Blues want €25 million, £21.5 million, for the American, but the Italians want to drive the price down. With just a year left on his contract in West London, whatever they get for the 24-year-old, Chelsea will make a significant loss on him after forking out £58 million for his services when he arrived from Borussia Dortmund in 2019. The forward has shown flashes of excellence, but injuries have hampered his progress in the Premier League, as has the turbulent time at Chelsea since his arrival. Since arriving from Germany, he has made 145 appearances for the club, scoring 26 goals and winning the Champions League in 2021. There is a significant exodus from Chelsea this summer with Kalidou Koulibaly, N'Golo Kante and Mateo Kovacic all leaving already and more likely to follow. Fabrizio Romano confirms Chelsea have agreed personal terms as major summer transfer imminent. Chelsea are believed to have agreed personal terms with Brighton midfielder Moise Caicedo. The Blues and the Seagulls will now enter discussions as the Premier League teams try to agree on a transfer fee for the Ecuador international. Caicedo has been excellent for Brighton for the past 18 months and almost moved to Arsenal last January as Albion reportedly rejected a £70 million bid from the Gunners. Caicedo stated his desire to leave, but the deal failed to complete. The 21-year-old stayed, extended his contract with the South Coast club, and went on to play a key role as Brighton finished 6th and qualified for the Europa League for the first time in their history. Caicedo is contracted with Brighton until June 2027, and it is believed Brighton want at least £80 million for their star player. Italian transfer expert Fabrizio Romano tweeted, "Exclusive, Chelsea are set to open talks with Brighton for Moise Caicedo as negotiations between clubs starting within 24-48 /CFC. Personal terms, not as issue, now Chelsea prepared to attack the deal. Never easy or fast negotiations with Brighton. Chelsea, on it." Caicedo has been widely expected to leave Brighton this summer, and follows the exit of World Cup winner Alexis Mac Allister, who moved to Liverpool for an initial fee of £35 million earlier this month. Roberto De Zerbi's team have so far added free transfer James Milner and Mahmoud Dahoud to their squad. João Pedro also arrived from Watford for a club record fee of £30 million for the Brazilian attacker. Manchester United to hold Mason Mount talks with Chelsea in bid to break impasse. Chelsea last week rejected a third £50 million, plus £5 million in add-ons, bid for Mount from United and suggested a face-to-face meeting over the situation as they countered the offer with a demand for £65 million. United remain adamant they will not go near Chelsea's £65 million valuation, made up of £57 million, plus £8 million in add-ons, for a player with 1 year remaining on his contract. But the Old Trafford club are thought to be willing to negotiate around the structure and finer points of their £55 million bid, and will hold talks with Chelsea over the matter this week. It is unclear whether those talks will be face-to-face or via a video call, but United are prepared to discuss their stance with Chelsea and try to find common ground, rather than keep bidding for Mount. Chelsea players, including Mount, are due to start returning to pre-season training next week, when head coach Mauricio Pochettino will start work. There is acknowledgement from all parties that it would be better to resolve the situation before Mount has to report for training, rather than allowing him to go back to training while the haggling continues. United still hope that they might be able to negotiate an agreement in time for Mount not to have to return for pre-season training at all at Chelsea, even though the midfielder will report for work at Cobham if no agreement is found. Pochettino has so far stayed out of the situation, and is only likely to intervene if Mount returns for pre-season training, at which point he would ask if the England midfielder remains motivated to play for Chelsea with his future unclear. Mount has given Chelsea no indication that he will sign a new contract, but has not requested to leave the club, and is thought to be prepared to follow the wishes of Pochettino if need be. And that's the final content of today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.